Do you remember we did a video, I think it was about a year ago, I did with Daryl, and he talked about just taking one box at a time or one project at a time and just making a little progress. Well, I confess I have not been able to do that. But today, I decided to do that. It's Saturday afternoon, it's 82 degrees and it's sunny, and that's a little too hot for me to be out in the sun. And I shouldn't be watering when it's that hot anyway. It's not good for the plants. So I thought, well, I don't feel like cleaning house, which is what I need to do. Or doing any of those mundane things like, changing my sheets on the bed or anything like that. I feel like doing something that is not where I don't have to exert myself, but where I actually get something accomplished. Now, I'm going to bring the box over here in a minute, but I just wanted to preface this by saying I posted a thank you card this week from my sister-in-law, and I got a lot of responses from that, and a lot of people really felt like there was a better time. Someone said a gentler time. Of course, we know things went on behind the scenes. We just weren't aware of it because of the internet. We didn't know. We didn't know anything except what we learned at that 30-minute slot. On the nightly news, they let us know the most important things that we needed to know in those 30 minutes. And there were commercials within that 30 minutes, if you recall. It was not a 1-hour program. That's why 60 Minutes was so revolutionary. It's because we had a full hour to do in-depth stories. Whereas for decades, well, at least I can remember Walter Cronkite when Kennedy was assassinated, so I can remember the news back to that point. And, we just got those little nuggets and we thought, okay, they're doing their best to tell us the most important stories of the day. And now we know that there's absolutely so much more. And because of the internet, we have stopped sending cards and having that gentler time when, I used to make my own, with my young family, I used to use my photography and make cards and homemade cards and mail them. And before I did that, I of course did the standard cards, and you just send, here's Andy and Cheryl. And there's so many, and this beautiful. And that was a couple that was so, anyway, this is my life. I'll show you the box in a second. So I thought, okay, I can just sit here and go through this, because unless you're the president of the United States or a famous writer or a famous anything, I guess, nobody cares about who sent you a card 30 or 40 years ago. They just don't. And my mother, I think because she grew up so poor, she just treasured everything. And she told me when I left for college, she said, Kaye, save everything. And I have her first scrapbook album. I should show that sometime. I didn't think of that until this moment. And she has got in there the chewing gum wrapper from the first date she went on, and that's glued into her scrapbook. And there was only one, and so she made up for that big time because she told me to save everything, and I listened to my mother like a good girl, and I saved everything. And when I had young sons, every tennis tournament, I had the program, I had the tickets, I had the awards, I had the photos, I had the ribbon, whatever it was, I had it. And I had all of that in boxes, and they were in archival boxes because I thought, what is the point in saving things? My mother didn't know about anything archival. And having an art degree, I knew about archival. And you cannot put Scotch tape or masking tape on a piece of art or a photograph because the acid from that will burn right through the piece that you're trying to save and protect. And my mother always used masking tape and Elmer's glue and Scotch tape. Anyway, I saved everything, and I made scrapbooks. She saved and of course her generation, they sent cards all the time. She kept all of those cards, and she made scrapbooks with the cards, And she must have had, I don't think we have all those anymore. I have quite a few of her scrapbooks, but we just didn't keep the ones with the greeting cards. You know, it might just be, just thinking of you, love Mabel, you know, or whatever. And so Mabel was one of her best friends. Anyway, I thought, you know, I had saved everything up into one box, all the correspondence. So I have been lugging around this box since then, everywhere I've gone. Well, I was 25 years in the house in Palisades that became rubble in 25. But anyway, I thought I would go through that and just, you know, I could do one of two things. I could just take the whole box and put it in my 55-gallon metal drum out there and just light a match to it. You know, I could. And if it was all just to me or relating to me, I might just do that. But there are things in there that relate to my children, and I feel like I owe it to them, even though I don't think young people care about, they're just not sentimental. They're not sentimental. I mean, look how sentimental I am. Okay, this was my birthday flowers. These are my birthday flowers. This is an arrangement of my birthday flowers from 3 years ago, I think. And they were peonies, and then the next year Walker sent roses, and so roses don't dry and save as well as the peonies did. You know, you see, these were pink roses and now they're beige, and these were pink peonies and they're still pink. And so I love that. And this is a wonderful vase by a glass artist that I met in Pacific Palisades, or she was actually in Venice, I think, her studio. And I have several of her pieces. And these are the flowers from Mother's Day. And he sent peonies again. There were some roses. I took the roses out because it was obvious to me after 3 days the roses were just going like that. And they were never going to even make it a week. But look at the peonies. I just put fresh water in there and I probably got a couple more days. Anyway, the rush for technology and machines and processed everything it takes us away from the human experience, the human contact, and you almost hate to get rid of all that. Some of these cards are quite beautiful too, you know. If it were my mother, she'd probably make, there's no telling what she would make with, look how pretty that is, you know. But I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to get rid of all of the thinking of you, love Andy or Cheryl, and if there's something special that I need to say for my children, but that is going to require me going through absolutely every single one. This is just a very small stack that the rubber band broke. And this is the problem with the plan, you know, the Daryl plan of just do 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, work on one thing. I started this last year. I had it on the little coffee table that's in the sunroom. But I moved it into the office and I started laying it all out. And I got maybe a third of the way into that box and had stacks and stacks. But then if you don't do anything with the stacks, somehow, mysteriously, those stacks just wind up on the floor. You know what I mean? They just fall off. They slide off. Everything's a big mess. And then what do? You do what I just did, and you just stack it all up. And you go, oh dear, now I have to go through it again. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Let me show you the box. Oops. I hate to put this on my beautifully finished table. Can you see? Correspondence. What does it say? Up to 2,000. Christmas cards and more, I guess. Christmas and other cards. And so it's full. You know, I'm not exactly sure even, well, I guess this would have fit, but no, it was full. You know, I had these in here like that. So obviously I'm not going to force you to watch me do this. I am going to work on this for a couple of hours because it's 3 o'clock and I've got 4 good hours, at least 3 hours, and I could make some progress, and then tomorrow I will feel better that I made some progress. And so little by little, right? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, this is heavy, man. So this pretty much starts 88 and it goes up to 2000. So, you know, when email and everything just took over. But evidently I had a wonderful friend named Lisa Simon, who I remember now. She gave me some earrings. But I don't remember why I'm not still in touch with her. A lot of people I'm not still in touch with her, and a lot of my older friends have passed away, and parents, and yeah, so this is a trip down memory lane. Can be rough. But I think it's important, and I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. Please share your thoughts about this topic, going down memory lane. This is my stack. So it went from that big box to this. Well, it's going to be a little bit bigger because I haven't gone through those 4 stacks. And then these other 2 stacks go to family members. Stop it. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm going crazy here. Okay. This is my stuff that I'm keeping for now anyway. Obviously when I'm gone, it'll all be gone. There won't be anything going to my presidential library. But it was really interesting reading some of this because people were saying, oh, I saw you on Wings. Oh, I saw you on your commercial. I saw your Pepsi AC commercial like 10 times today. You know, things like that. So things I've forgotten about. I did do well with that Pepsi AC. That was commercial that I actually went out on Long Island to shoot that. We were doing a drive-through for, you know, fast food. You know, that's me, right? Fast food, nope. I was hawking products, and we were hawking Pepsid AC. And we were going through the driveway, and fortunately I was driving the car, and so I wasn't having to do the eating of the fast food. And the other actress she was in the passenger seat, and so she was getting the onion rings, and she was, you know, taking a bite of the onion rings and like immediately needing the Pepsid AC for her stomach distress. Oh my goodness. And I tell you, when you're an actor and you trying so hard to get a job and you get a national commercial, you're just so excited, you know, even though you're hawking fast food. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this, and maybe in the morning I'll film something with it all tidied up, I hope. And I don't want to leave it like this, because this is where things go south. So I hope you get back with the 1 hour a day plan, and also let me know your thoughts on going down memory road. Talk to you soon. God bless.